Hi, everyone. Welcome to Laura's View and Tarot 2. I'm really glad you're here. Today's date is Tuesday, June 13th, 2023. Well, in this video tonight, we're going to take a look at a recent exchange that happened online between Elon Musk 2.0 and a doctor. And what's interesting about this exchange is Elon's reply was the same as when he was first asked if he would buy Twitter. Let's take a look and we'll see. Then we're going to do a read about it. Okay, so Dr. Eli David said, can you buy who from Bill Gates and make it about health? And Elon's reply was, how much does it cost? Now, Dr. David had an interesting reply. He said the WHO annual budget is $7 billion. WHO annual damage, and I have no way to confirm that, but it sure sounds right to me, 700 billion plus in untold lives. I had the untold lives. So here's what I want to do. I think this may be a communication, one of those coded communications for us, letting us know that we're going to see some obvious changes in the World Health Organization. Now, I've done reads on them in the past, and so have some other tarot readers that I super admire for their skills and ability. And everybody's gotten that there have been behind the scenes some changes there. So it's all smoke and drama, okay? But they still have some power that they're asserting, even with the smoke and drama, which concerns me. And I don't care for it, but when the world runs on my dime, I'll let you know. So I want to ask the universe tonight, is this exchange between Elon and Dr. Eli David, is this a communication for us, one of those thumbs up that some changes are going to be made obvious within, let's say, the next calendar year? So for some obvious changes happening with the structure and organization and management of WHO in the next calendar year. Let's see what the universe has to say about that question. Hopefully they won't think it's silly or redundant or give us a resounding no, because I really want some obvious changes, and I want organizations that say they're about health to truly be about health or go away. Okay, I'm going to switch the camera so you can watch me shuffle, and we'll find out together what the cards want us to know about this question. So our question is, within the next calendar year, is this exchange between Elon Musk and that doctor indicative that there will be some obvious changes in structure, organization, operations, etc. of the World Health Organization, and other insights and information the universe wants us to know? Okay, our first card is a Wheel of Fortune. It's looking good already. 6 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles, 2 of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, the Devil, and the 2 of Cups. Okay, let's talk about the spread as I see it now, and then I'll show you what elements of the cards kind of bolster what I'm telling you. There should always be a blend there. Okay, now our question was this a coded communication of some sort? Is it indicative of the fact that we'll be seeing in the future, and I gave a calendar year as kind of a timeline, we'll be seeing some positive changes in the structure and organization of the World Health Organization? Now, it's looking good because the Wheel of Fortune showed up for our basic question, which gives me a nod that there's a yes going on here. I don't think we're actually going to see Elon purchase that organization. I don't know that it could even be sold, but it could definitely be repurposed, restructured, and start to be about health instead of selling remedies and adding to the world body count in one way or another. It's also, the question then was elaborated upon by this card, the 6 of Cups, which is a card of reconciliation and harmony. And right now, that does not typify the World Health Organization in any way, shape, or form. They're dictatorial. It's almost like they're in competition with the World Economic Forum to see who can do the most damage the fastest to the most people. So since we're getting this, I'm getting a yes on that. Now let's look. In the recent past, people have gotten very tired of the structures that are in place. They're waking up definitely and doing without. I know I avoid mainstream medicine as much as possible till some changes come down the pike. And but we've gotten fed up. And it's been made so obvious that even many of the normies, our beloved normies, are seeing that just because there's health in the title doesn't mean it's about good health or your health or improved health. Now, in the current, they're kind of in a holding pattern before these changes roll out, but changes are on the way and they will be good. Okay. And we have the just a nod here that there is an alliance element to, you know, the good guy element to the changes that will be coming. Now, the structures that be, the powers that were, are not going to be very happy about it. In fact, they may try to derail any possible improvements, sabotage them, what have you. They don't have an original playbook, so I'm sure that the alliance will be ready for anything they toss out there. And ultimately, we've got the insight card here that while this one's a little stronger than this one, don't get me wrong, okay? The temptations and the sabotage and what have you that will be attempted, they're not going to be, they can be countered, they can be to a great extent foreseen and ported, but we can't minimize the fact that there is a possibility for some damage. But ultimately, this card is also a card again of some harmony and agreements and very loving. And if you look, it's almost got what is right now considered to be our medical symbol here within the card. So, but it's also indicative of our spinal column and I don't want to get into all that, beautiful energies that we have within us for healing and life and what have you. Let's get a couple other cards, see if there's a little more insights to be had about the situation. And again, enjoy that tweet by Elon, because I sure did. Chariot, another great strong white hat card, and often showing that there's going to be some events moving, things are moving. In fact, sometimes it's even a physical move in process. So, and then Page of Wands. Remember, that's one of my white hat cards, just simply because it's, besides the fact that it's wands and it's an optimism and a cautious optimism card that kind of typifies the whole alliance element in a nutshell, I think. We have the Star showing up, beautiful, beautiful card, one of our major arcanas, and a victory card here. So again, yes, within the next calendar year, we will be seeing some changes in who, and it will be ones we can celebrate as a victory because there will be a change, and possibly maybe even that organization, if it still exists, may actually be about improving human health. Wouldn't that be fabulous? Okay, let's recap. I shared a screenshot of a Twitter exchange between Dr. Eli David and Elon Musk, and I'm going to add my own 2.0 to that. Now, so you know where I stand, I try to just be very candid about my thoughts. That's why Laura's view happens before the tarot too. Okay, now I found it interesting because when Elon was asked about buying Twitter a couple of years back, he had the same response. How much does it cost? So I wondered if there was a coded communication in there for us, letting us know that just as Twitter ultimately came under different management and is a much freer, I'm not going to say totally free, but a much freer platform for the exchange of ideas and rebuttal of ideas rather than shutting down of ideas, which I think all social media platforms could benefit from allowing that to happen. Okay, that's that perfect world I'm working for. So I asked, in the next calendar year, will we be able to see some obvious changes then in the World Health Organization? Is this kind of a nod to the fact that changes are going to go from being in the background to on the surface and observable, in other words? Well, we got a really reassuring card here. The basic question, Wheel of Fortune. And if you've listened to me anytime at all when this comes up, Wheel of Fortune is always turning. And because our world has been so complicated and so constrained by evil, any change it makes now, for several lifetimes from now, are going to be for the light, for an improved situation. So that was really good. And it was clarified a little more by this card, the Six of Cups, which is one of harmony and reconciliation. So it'd be nice if a health organization reconciled its mission with the needs of people rather than needs of a few megalomaniacs. Okay, we got a little information. People are fed up with the way things run. It's been very obvious to even many of our beloved normies that just because there's the word health in an organization's name doesn't mean that's what it's about. Okay, just like if the name contains words like, you know, disease control, it doesn't mean they're controlling them, maybe controlling the application of them. Okay, in the present, we've got right now kind of in a holding pattern until those changes become obvious, but they will become obvious. Looking forward, just a nod that the good guys, Goliaths, have been on this. It's been part of their mission. It's part of freeing our planet from evil and slavery and control, and returning some health and beautiful potential back to the human race. Now, it won't be without some drama, okay? Evil's not going to be happy as they lose toehold after toehold. And we know they tantrum and they try things and they'll try to tempt people and organizations off their mission. But I really believe that even if a few people can be diverted, ultimately good wins, God wins. And when God wins, the human race wins. Okay. And we're going to be celebrating that. We're going to be, this is a card again of agreement and harmony and indicative of health. Now, when I ask for a few more insights, I'm showing you all the cards today. We got the Chariot, which is a white hat card and definitely a very forward motion energy, doesn't back down from a challenge. Younger version of the Emperor. So slowly getting his leadership skills about him. And look, here's a red heart, which kind of in our world indicates some health, or it should. Another white hat nod here. And then these were great. Now, we have the Star showing up. They're our second major arcana. In the major arcanas in tarot, it starts with 0 with the Fool, which is a new spirit, a new life, going out on a journey in faith, stepping out in faith, and without a lot of experience under his belt about what he's going to encounter. The Star comes along. And when the Star comes along, here's what's cool. The Star comes up, it's the calm after the storm. Now, we've been waiting for a phrase, okay? The storm is upon us. And there's indications that we're building up to that time, okay? So the Star shows up, it's the calm after the storm. So not only are we approaching that moment of the storm is upon us, but we've just got a beautiful nod here that once that calm hits and the storm is over, victory time for the human race. Okay, and goodbye time for entities and organizations that don't truly have a mission that's in the light and good. So yay. I love that read. Absolutely loved it. That's it for this video. I thank you so much for joining me, for your time, for your attention, for being willing to think outside the box and sometimes allow an intuitive aid to speak on a topic that interests us, and then use your own discernment of whatever I share or tell you that I'm seeing the cards resonates with you. Hopefully most of it does, because I don't try to mislead you on purpose. I'm not 100% accurate, but when I make a mistake, it's done without intent. It's just accidental, or I haven't asked a question quite right, or didn't get my ego out of the way. There's things that can impact a read, definitely, but I try to do a little mental preparation before each video to keep that to the absolute bare minimum, if not totally gone. So until next time, when we explore another topic, and hopefully it's one we can find a chuckle about at some point. Yeah, that tweet, that exchange was interesting, and there was an element of communication to it. Now, be warned, I'm not going to put a Facebook link on this one because it's that Twitter exchange is still available for you to look at Twitter. Just check on Elon Musk and it shows up right there, okay? Or Dr. Eli David. And you can see where their exchange was. And you might want to read more of the replies because there were many, many replies. And I don't think anybody was against a change in management for the World Health Organization. Interesting stuff, huh? That's it. Thank you so much. I send you love and light and all things bright. Until next time, which is going to be hopefully very soon. Bye.